Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the Merriman, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyle. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with you. Rock, cold. But look who they said that was Crockett. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Been attacking our whole nationality, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's a fascist racist. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to us, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But, boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, are they trying to use stuff for content? I said, she gave it to me. But this what I had wanted to say. I was watching one guy, I was looking for his video, and he was talking about, like in Chicago, when they raided the hotel, and I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex, but, and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I can't. I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Mm-hmm.
We figured it out. Good morning.
Morning, beautiful people. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning, beautiful people.
Are you doing it?
Good morning.
I think he's got some traffic back there.
I got traffic, don't I?
Yeah. What's going on, buddy?
I can't complain. It is what it is.
You finally get some sleep?
A little bit. I did get some rest. I went in early.
Oh, man. I racked out, I want to say about 1 o'clock. Didn't wake up until 3 a.m. And so I was fast asleep. I had the bestest best time. It was wonderful. Didn't have to deal with nothing.
Mr. Classic, good morning to everybody in the chat. Sidney Green, Senior Pastor, Nicholas J. Gaddis, Meat Freak, Wanda Smith in the building, Mama Quill, Common Sense, Michael B. We see we got one half of the Wonder Twins, Debbie Clark, Georgia boy, the lovely Sherry Allen. How you doing? What's up, Beverly Biggs in the building? Erica Gaddis, shout out to my Gaddis clan. Terry Nixon, I ain't going nowhere. I wouldn't let you go nowhere. What's up, my fellow 740 and T? Carolyn Hendricks. We got Christy Coleman coming from that Texas, Christy area. Katie Saban is in the building. Good morning, people. Oh, nothing, man. I got up extra early and stuff. I was up because I got to catch some stuff. And then I think it's a game Thursday. Good morning, Pop Gaddis. I don't know who playing.
Let me see. NFL Thursday schedule.
I don't know. What's up, Cuzzo in the building? I don't know who playing. It is what it is. I don't know who playing.
The Cowboys and the Lions.
Are they? I don't
Thursday,
know.
December 4th at 8:15. So a team that, much like Publix
I
doesn't
don't
show
know.
up to work on Thanksgiving and a team that did.
Cuzzo, let them know what time it is. Let them know, cuz you know what time it is. I don't know who playing. I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah, it's time for the Lions fans to once again look down at the shoes.
I don't know. What's up, L. Golden, Charles Sharp, Reginald Davis? Thank you for tapping in. I don't know. Sweet Cupcake on break. How you doing? I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's just say it's a game this Thursday.
I actually want to see the odds on this game.
Big Mama Goddess, good morning. Common sense. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a Motown massacre. You're right about that, common sense. That's the only thing we agree upon.
So, the Lions are 3-point favorites against the Cowboys. Over-under of 53.5.
Even Vegas know who's going to win that.
A 3-point spread, dude, that is a very close game.
In your eyes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a close game. 3-point spread.
A win is a win. I don't care if it's by a point. A win is a win.
We'll see how it's going to go.
A win is a win. I don't look at style points. Did you get the win? That's all that matters. What's up, Sandra Nichols Martin in the building? I think it's going to be. I think Detroit going to whoop them.
After I pay my bills, well, I just have to pay my wife's truck bill now. I paid everything else yesterday. I might go ahead and put $100 bet on the Cowboys.
What's up, Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers? I wouldn't bet on them.
I mean, you would have bet on the Lions on Thanksgiving.
I don't gamble.
If you did, you would have bet on the Lions.
Only way I'm betting if I'm the coach. Oh, hold on 1 second. I take this call.
Man, people should know. Between 9 and 11, we ain't supposed to be getting no distractions, but that's fine. That's fine. Christy Coleman, you can say what you want, but my Cowboys walked away with a W on Thanksgiving, and the Lions walked away like some shaved pussycats. So, I mean, say what you want to say. That's good. It's good. You know, $100 bet will net me $140. I'm pretty happy with that. Whereas if you bet $100 on them Lions, with right now's odds, mind you, odds are subject to change. You would have to bet $170 just to pull $100 profit. So do what you do. I don't know who else is playing Thursday, and that's all it showed to me there. Nope, he's saying hold on.
No, I was saying it's only one game. It's only one game Thursday.
One game? Man, they split this up too much.
What's up, Sharon? Thank you for tapping in. I mean, that's how
all
they
your
do
games Sunday and Monday. That's all you had to worry about.
No, but they didn't add a Thursday night football in for a minute. What's up, Alan? Thank you for tapping in. Well, I did get to catch up on some things. Michelle Smith, aka Ann, and her husband is in the building.
Google News right now.
I did get to see something about your boy though yesterday. I did get to see something. I did get to see something. Well, I don't need these on right. I did get to see something. I had to go back and look at it. Cause it was a bunch of stuff that I was watching this morning. I did get to see it about right now this political scene, because I had enough time of what you were saying yesterday. I had to think about it. I had enough time to think about it, right? So they are, but I see what's the name call itself changing it. What is his name? Hot damn it. What is it?
Hegseth.
Yeah, Hegseth. Now he trying to do an investigation on what's the Democratic guy name? Talking
the
about
guy from Arizona?
Is it the guy from Arizona? About him saying the Army don't about the orders that's being handed down.
I totally, like, if you've been in, mind you, if you have been in, so everyone who has not served, you're fine and dandy, say and do what you want. If you have been in, if what you do or say can reflect negatively on the military or can be seen as causing dissension amongst the ranks, they can call your ass back in, throw you in uniform, and then have you go through court-martial proceedings. Actually, that's true for any law. There's this, I think the guy was a major when he got out. He turned out to be a child predator. A civilian court found him innocent. The military said, no, fuck that. Called him back into uniform, put him through court-martial proceedings there, and now his ass is breaking big rocks into smaller rocks at Leavenworth. And the only reason he was found innocent is because some of the evidence that police gathered was inadmissible in court. It was rock solid, but they didn't follow all the procedure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
No, Pastor, I ain't hear about that.
I did hear about that one.
Prayers to the prayers to the
9-year-old birthday. It wasn't like just some dude having a birthday party with his friends. No, it was like kids, and some guys rolled by and shot it up. I can't remember how many injured.
Terrible.
Yeah, like once you join the military, most of your rights go away.
Yeah, so but what
jeopardy? I can be hit by anything like that.
Yeah, but some of the questions, because I know I was going by what you and the other fellow was talking about. No, Hegseth did it. It is considered war crimes. Now I don't know if they're gonna charge the United States. No, what he did, and I'm just not getting this from because I was looking at the different sites that was talking about. Like I said, I even looked at the Republican sites. I looked at the Democratic side.
Honestly, have to ignore both of those and look at military sites, man.
No, but these was ex-generals they had on there retired. That's what I'm trying to tell you, people. They were saying, no, when he fires, he told them because even though Trump want to go over there, well, he is finna go over in Venezuela. That ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. But with him,
just 20,
yeah.
I was going to say just a double tap on that, but that's the wrong way. But no, so you want to hear a unadulterated, unbiased opinion about what's about to happen in Venezuela?
What's up, Marcel Talbot? I mean, you can give me your opinion, but
unadulterated, unbiased opinion, right? That this is just my opinion.
What's up, Raphael?
Now, I'm not going to say anything is justified or unjustified, but looking at things now, Trump has said airspace over Venezuela is to be considered closed. That is not an opinion. That has been said. That is fact. He has said that. Number 2, we have Marines and ships offshore. Number 3, I'm pretty sure 7th Group is operating in and around Venezuela right now. 7th Group is U.S. Army Special Forces. They cover South America, Latin America, Caribbean, and some Atlantic. Basically, Special Forces guys that speak Spanish very fluently and know the culture. Looks like we're probably about to invade them here in the next few weeks.
And this is the same one said he wasn't going to be starting wars. This is the President Trump. This is what he came in on. And it's like,
no,
okay. I mean, he did say that he was not going to be starting wars. And what has he done? Started more wars.
Which this would be the only one that he's actually started. What other war?
And that's what I was saying, Mr. Thomas. You don't, just because he's saying he declared that they airspace, how you gonna go to another country and say their airspace? This is
how many times do I have to remind you in international politics? It isn't what's right and what's wrong. It's right makes right. So, can we shut it down? Yes, if we damn well please. Can anyone stop us? They can try. Is it right? No. Is it wrong? No. It just is what it is.
No, it might not be wrong to people starting it. Morally, it's wrong. Point blank. Now, like you say, you want unbiased. I'll give you an unbiased opinion. I'm not saying you just, because what he's seeing over there, he want oil. And I get it. But you can't, right is right and wrong is wrong. Now, from your standpoint, you just looking at it. I get it.
Take morality out of international politics.
No, but I'm taking it out. But no, you're right. But we understand why now they look at Americans as warmongers, and I can understand it.
We've been seen as warmongers since 2000.
Yeah, and I can see it. But before
that.
Good morning, Eleanor. Yeah, but and
I
going back
honestly don't care what the rest of the world has to say about us.
I mean, yeah, you don't. That's just how you feel. I get it. That's that's your opinion.
I mean, they can say what they want about us, but they're still constantly begging us for money. So either hate us and starve, or not hate us, or just at least shut your fucking mouth. Not you exactly, just people from other parts of the country who get, or other parts of the world who expect us to give them foreign aid. And
what's up, Miss Karais and Luana Terry?
that's one of the others. Like, don't bite the hand that feeds. All these other countries, hell, Europe has been begging us to basically supply Ukraine by our fucking selves, and they haven't a fucking opinion. Okay, how about A, you continue up with your NATO obligations, and B, you support shit in your own fucking continent, or shut the fuck up, Frenchie.
Well, I mean, some of them wars there is over there fighting.
John Boy, every country's in debt.
Hey, Mr. Thomas, that's why I do say I don't listen to that when they say they Christians. That's just some stuff they made up and lying about. That's when I be listening. Even when I see any of them presidents go, thank you, Luana Terry, for being a member for 9 months. But I know it is what it is. So but it's that attitude, I think, why America is seen in the light they are seen in. Even in here. I'm just saying, even in its own. Either you go by our way or shut the fuck up, because that's what America tell its own residents. Its own citizens. Let me re-say that. It tell its own citizens that shut the fuck up and take it. That to me, and I'll give you an example. That's just when they were saying fires with this COVID. I ain't gonna go off into it, but it was either you take this or you don't get your job. You know what I'm saying? Then it came back, oh well. I mean, it's just like if you gonna do what we say do, it's our way or the highway, and you can't constantly just keep pushing it like that, because eventually you're gonna have a lot of these, as you're seeing now, these uprisings that's going on outside where you seeing they want a lot of countries want America out of it. To be honest with you,
but they still want our aid, which I don't understand.
No, but America want a lot of them other countries' resources, because you wouldn't have Trump saying, oh, it's this oil over here in Venezuela. That's what I'm saying. But you put, to me, it's just like, I get it, but who is the resources really helping? Is it helping the resident? Is it helping the citizens of America, or is it helping the ones who going over there taking it? Is it helping them? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, every time, because you got to understand, you got to send troops there, right, when you having these wars. So what are the people getting from when we go send these wars, and when you seeing some of these soldiers coming back fucked up? Off of what? Do the American people benefit from the oil they finna go over there, the resources they going over there to take? That's my thing with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you finna go be seeing people finna go over there coming back, and you a veteran, you'd have seen people come back mangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Was it worth it going over there? Did it help the people here? Did it really benefit us here when gas going up? I'm just trying to see.
Gas is going up, because last thing I read was gas is going down, but that's neither here nor there. Honestly, dude, I don't know.
What's up, Coretta H?
I also have no say in it.
You know what?
We have no say in it.
No, for sure. It's a heat streak mix. How you talking about the drug boats? I mean, are they drug boats? Everyone they done pulled over said it's not a drug boat.
Of course. All right. Every single one that gets pulled over says they're not a drug boat. Okay. And yet we have the most advanced intelligence agencies in the world, the most advanced intelligence apparatus in the world. They can tell how often you breathe just by listening to your fucking phone. Okay. Now, am I saying that the U.S. intelligence service wouldn't fabricate some shit? Oh, fuck no. Of course they would. They've been caught in it doing it before.
Yeah.
However, am I going to take their word over the word of the media? That's a coin flip. That is 100% a coin flip. And then people getting pulled over, I mean, if they get fucking boarded and drugs are found, okay. If they don't, okay. If they refuse to get boarded, I mean, shit, that You run.
I mean, but you can't see that's when you come in with a double sword now, because that's just like if American boat, if somebody just came over here and said, just like Cuba, America bringing drugs in and they knocked off one of their boats, you know how mad America would be?
Oh, quite mad. But
and then it was
America
official.
has the heavy enough hand that go ahead,
Okay.
Cuba, and try it.
So
Once
you understand?
Again, international politics, might makes right. You try going by any holy book you fucking want. No country is following those damn things.
No,
I'm sorry. Religion is honestly, organized religion is honestly just a way to control the masses. It's been that way since before the days of Christ. It's been that way since before the Torah was even written.
But see, Carolyn, that's what I'm saying. Now, you know, anytime America finds some drugs, they love to show it. If there were drug boats, when they want to bring the drugs in front of a camera and brag about what they seize, they're not trying. They are trying to instigate a war, and I do believe that. I do believe that. It ain't no like you said. You got the bigger hand. You can say what you want to say. Mm-hmm. How many times have we caught the American government lying? Too many times. Too many. I mean, just to start a war. Too many times. Lots. You want to go? Yeah, I'm saying too many times. I mean,
since what this? I want to say the 80s. Pretty much any time we've had an issue.
Yeah,
with a country for one reason or another.
But you saying you don't want?
Right? Is it wrong?
Yeah, no. But you saying you don't want drug dealers. Just look how he just pardoned. I forgot what known drug dealer that was bringing tons of drugs into the United States.
You're talking about the president of.
And that was
Dominican Republic, or
and it wasn't it to affect that because they had an election going on. You see how we say outsiders be interfering with America elections, but America be interfering with so many people elections. But I like you say, because I got the bigger stick, so
Honduras.
I can say so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just using, and I agree with you. They just using that it's a drug spot to justify to go invade a country. It's nothing new. We could go look at Libya. Ain't nowhere in the world a person can say Libya is better off now since it's been invaded. You got slavery going back on in Libya, courtesy of the Obama administration, but also courtesy of Hillary Clinton. This is, we got to be called a spade a spade. That's just like I was telling you yesterday with the war on drugs. They, like you say, you said it before to me, they can declare it a national emergency while they was able to sell drugs, get a whole generation strung out on crack. And then you know what they do? Oh, we'll lock them up.
Take a look at any time the U.S. has declared war on a thing, not another country, right? Not. So war on terror, terrorism exploded. Worldwide, war on drugs, drug usage exploded. Not just worldwide, but I mean, fucking, you could say the world 4 times over. War on this, war on that, war on crime, 1994 crime bill. And then you've just seen a steady higher arrest rate since then. Every time the U.S. just declares war on an outside thing, it explodes. And I don't think the Brits took over all of China. I think they released Hong Kong for a century.
But I'm seeing what she's saying. How did the Brits take over? The Brits. You got to look at drugs. So I understand why they don't want them. And I'm with Raphael with this. The difference between what's being said and what is being exaggerated.
That's the point I like.
Yeah, see, but that's the point. That's why I say a lot of reason podcast is making it, because you got a lot of people in mainstream media not going to tell you the truth.
No, that's why I'll harp on Fox News all fucking day long for being sensationalist every fucking time.
But as you can see, and I'll use him, Tucker Carlson, and which I'm not a fan of him. I'll use. I mean, it is what it is. I'll use MT. I'm not a fan of her neither. MTG.
Oh, I thought you were about to say MTV. I'm like, what the fuck did they do except stop playing music?
Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'll say this: when you start seeing them speaking, now I get a lot of people be mad, but when I start seeing how they start reflecting on their party, that they do feel which way it's going, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying they no friends. They still got their point of view. It's just, to me, what they wanted done, they was cool with it when things was going their way. They just ain't they didn't get to get, whatever they was trying to do across. So I don't look as MTG or Tucker them. They was all for Trump from in his first presidency and this second one until they started seeing stuff that went wrong. Like I said, now they want to holler, but they wouldn't holler in the beginning. Trump is the same person from when he first got into doing the second term. See, let me see what Katie said.
Maybe now he's a bit more vindictive.
I mean, if people did something to you, I mean, when you, like they said, when you take a shot at the king and you miss, this is what happened under Biden.
Like, if you had taken that shot at him in his first administration, I don't think he was as vindictive and try to fucking ruin your entire life and career. As opposed to now, you taking enough shots at him, he's just ready to fucking bring the iron fist down on you.
Okay, we got us a Felicia that found me one. Felicia Martinez from New Jersey, East Coast love. Mickey's Roll Call is sponsored by the suburban grandmas of Ohio who are pushing back against ICE by filling the chambers. Every commissioner meeting held on Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Grandma said, y'all not slick. Some of this stuff that they doing, and I'll say it again, I don't like a lot of the stuff, how they rolled this ICE situation out. And I said this with that, what was the name of that other thing? Stop and frisk.
I'm definitely not down with stop and frisk. I'm glad that got constitutionally slapped down by the fucking Supreme Court.
But it should have been slapped down. See, this is what throws me off with this. Now ICE doing the same thing, because you do have, and let's just be honest, you see everybody think a lot of these, let's just say Cubans or the Latin America that then came over here. They think all of them, some of them look like me. Some of them look like, so you getting people, and like I said, when I see one of the clips, when they was talking about, they was snatching up, blacks was getting snatched up, Americans from here, because some of the Honduras was coming here. It's like, you know what I'm saying? They could have did a better thing. And every time you seeing ICE, how they doing it, but this is how the police acting in America.
Let me ask you a few things here. The black folks that got snatched up, were they released or were they deported?
I don't know how far it got, but Trevor, you think just being locked up, being put in the jail until they figure it out is all right?
Here's the next question I'm going to ask you.
No, let's get that one first. Is it all right to pick
I just
somebody
said no.
up? Okay,
did you not just hear me say no?
Yeah, no, because I don't like how this is going, but go ahead.
So many courts have decided that ICE can't use certain records such as tax records, such as other sorts of immigration records, or even criminal records that happen to show if you are legal or not. They have said, no, you cannot do that. So then what's left for them? If you can't use the tools that would tell you who is who, and you know that there happens to be a large group of illegal immigrants in a certain area, how are you going to do anything? Or do you just leave it be? Because I remember before the election, everyone here, literally everyone in this chat, was saying we need to deport illegals. Now that it's actually something going on, everyone's upset about it. The flip was on a fucking dime, dude. So which is it?
And I'll say it to you again, maybe you didn't hear me. Do you like, would you want your ass just picked up and they throwing you down, mistreating you until you figure it out?
What I would prefer is allowing ICE to do their job, not via just picking up random people, but going through those records.
Have you not? Go ahead.
ICE ain't going through those records.
They ain't doing it the way you want it to be done that way.
No. I mean, give me a second. And I will show you where courts have cut them off.
What's up, Tasha? Because it was the way they was doing it, Trevor. It was the way they was doing it. I'm not saying, like I said, when I seen a person that was breaking it down, but it's still how they grabbing people, though, Trevor. You acting like, because the courts, do you understand how they was doing it? I'm just saying, do you understand how they was doing it? They was kidnapping people. If we see you walking down the street, let me go with allegedly, for I won't get flagged on something. And they just grabbing people up. Man, you see a bunch of people was telling them they were citizens, and they were still giving them a hard time. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Right here, access to state and local records. Massachusetts law prohibits ICE from accessing RMV. Flawed databases. Judge ruled ICE cannot use certain databases to issue detainers or holds on individuals in jail already been arrested. Some lawsuits are challenging redactions on documents requested under Freedom of Information by ICE. every single district is throwing up roadblocks to allowing ICE not to go and just pick up random people. That is not what they should be doing. That is wrong. They should not be picking up any just random Latin person, any just random black person, any just random Chinese person, any just random Eastern looking European dude, anyone from anywhere just because of how they look. That should not be the deal. And they do need to find new tools for it. I'm not excusing behavior.
No, because
but taking these tools away has caused problems. Now, are they dealing with it the right way? No, not at fucking all. I want to make that nice and clear. Not at fucking all. They're not dealing with it the right way.
Lovely Lynch State, and I do agree with you. They did dump them in the black neighborhoods, but I'm looking at Katie Saban. No, because Obama was called the deporter in chief. He deported more than any of them. So you can go pull that up. Who they was calling deporter in chief? And I see what Lovely Lynch says. She lived on the South Side. My thing is how, I mean, we can say this is what they shouldn't do, but how they doing it is still being called out. This is what you hear the outcry about, because people like they grabbing us too. And I get it. That's why I came on. You heard me say you have some of them look like me. Some might look like you would thought was black. I said it before. I remember I was in Kroger's and I thought I was looking at a brother, but you know what I'm saying? He was I want to say, was he Cuban or something? He was speaking Spanish. I'm like, damn, that's the point I'm making. But it's how you go about it.
Like I said, they're doing it wrong right now. They have panicked and are panicking, just grabbing. If judges were to, and once again, they could just stop. That is also an option. But I think if judges were to stop legislating from the bench and saying, no, you can't use these records that point to who is here illegally, who is even proclaimed to be here illegally, because go to California. They're not even allowed to ask you your legal status anymore. You go to get a driver's license. They cannot ask you if you're legal. And the second you get a driver's license, you're automatically registered to vote. Think about that for a sec.
No, I look, Heat Streak. I see what you're saying. And I see what Lovely Lynch saying, especially in Chicago. If they had not acted a fool, they would not have been detained. I get it. But like I say, and it's just like stop and frisk to me. You going to get some people. It's just, to me, it should be a better way than how you're doing it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, you right here, Will. You have to pick and choose your battles.
See.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I would love a sit-down 3-week moratorium and come up with a proper SOP to deal with these judges' workarounds and still not pick up people who aren't supposed to be picked up. Because I grew up in a Hispanic area. I grew up 14 blocks away from Mexico. Most of my childhood friends, if not all of them, happen to be of Hispanic descent. Okay? I get it. And tell you, I was out hunting as a kid. I used to go hunt jackrabbits. You know how many groups of illegals I ran into in the desert? You know what I did? Absolutely fucking nothing. And if I had a bottle of water, I'd give it to them. You know how many dead bodies I ran out into the desert because these fucking smugglers, these human traffickers, the coyotes, were just fucking bringing people over and not helping them, or they just fucking ditch them, leave them lost in the fucking... Now, that isn't a problem for ICE, right? That is a problem on those people, and that is a problem for, if nothing else, Interpol to go pick up those people for murder. Okay? But securing that border would help prevent a lot of that.
Yeah, but it should have been did, though.
It should have been did a long while ago.
Yeah, it should have been did, but...
I mean, fuck, do you know, I was 12 years old when my dad just started allowing me to walk out of the city with a fucking 22 to go hunt rabbit, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you know how easy it would have been for some of those people to pick me up and snatch me or to just shoot me? It should have been done way long ago. It should have been done before the 2000s. It should have been done. Fuck. As far back as you can remember, it should have been done.
Oh yeah, now I know that here you do. Now let me
There you
be
go.
honest. Here you do. You now are required to have your
Mhm.
birth certificate and another proof of ID for these new licenses, and you gotta have them. So I
For
don't
the
know.
real ID licenses, yes. For a regular license that you can't travel to Canada and back,
Hmm.
what do you need?
No, for your regular license here. When I had to go get mine, you had to take your birth certificate.
Does it
Social.
have that? Let
No,
me see.
it's not an enhanced license. It's a regular license. That's the
No, this
Canada.
little
They just
gold
got that
stuff.
star on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real ID, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not the enhanced ID for you to go to Canada. Like you got to want to say it's enhanced, when you can just use that and you can go over to Canada. That's what I'm saying.
Do I still have my Michigan State ID? I might. It might be in my safe. I'll have to go take a look at that.
Yeah, but that old one ain't good no more.
Oh no, it's definite. Like Florida
Hmm.
wrote void on it and gave it back to me, but I still keep it.
Yeah,
Like, what am I going to do with it? Throw it away and let someone steal my ID? And I'm not going to burn it and
yeah.
shit. It's nice to have around. Just like my old Arizona ID, it's void. Though honestly, if I move back to Arizona, which I doubt I will, my ID is still like my old credentials are still good until 2054,
Mm.
which that's gnarly.
I'm not gonna say, but my thing is when they did this, when all this was allowed to happen, they did this. And now this thing got what you think our borders would be overcrowded. You have to understand that. And I do believe like
And
if I
this isn't just a problem for Trump to fix, right? Like you said, Obama, the porter in chief.
that's what he was referring to.
He put in work,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm not going to take that away from the man. Call strikes, strikes, balls, balls. Saying
Mm-hmm.
that Obama wasn't doing shit, that's a ball right there. You did done
Mm-hmm.
fucked up, right? But we can go as far back as Bush. Bush was a fuck up. He didn't do shit about the fucking southern border. Do you know how many of the hijackers from 9/11 came in through our southern border?
I don't know.
6. And not through port of entry. I mean, just coming in through the desert. 6.
No,
Don't you think that could have been unfucked if Bush's dumbass, and mind you, I fucking hate that monkey looking motherfucker. I hate Bush.
I will say this. I can believe when it's no different when Cuba did what it did. When Fidel, but the United States was trying to come over there and take him out. So when he
Oh
put them
yeah,
people out, you don't think
Bay
he
of
opened this
Pigs.
jail out? You don't think when the Cubans came into Florida, you don't think he let bad ones out? You thought them was all good ones that came over here?
No, hell no.
Okay.
And we did have the wet foot, dry foot principle, which was, I believe, undone by Biden. So we're going to call a ball there. But wet foot, dry foot was if you were coming to the United States from Cuba illegally. If you were caught at sea, you were returned to Cuba. If you set one foot on American soil, you were granted amnesty and put on a fast track to American citizenship.
Hey, Sheila.
No vetting, mind you. No vetting.
I mean, all you have to do is watch that movie, Tony Montana, but it was more to it when they was calling them like a lot of the Cubans that got exiled. You know what I'm saying? Before Fidel, because when the Batista was before Fidel took over, right? When they said the
Was
mob
it
was running.
Bautista?
Yeah, it was up under the Batista
Yeah.
regime.
Because Haiti, I think it was Haiti, was Papa Doc Baraka and his son, Baby Doc. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So, but you got to understand, them was leaders put in puppets by the United States.
Mm-hmm. During the Cold War.
So when Fidel, so you know a lot of his people, probably not gonna say his people, probably the bad actors that was with the United States. He probably said, "Y'all going on over there."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we lost our cool with Fidel when he decided to point some Soviet missiles at us. But once again, I can't really blame Fidel.
Yeah.
Right. Let me be 100% here. He wanted aid from a superpower. He was communist, so he was more aligned with the USSR. He's like, okay, give me aid. They go, cool, point these missiles at the US. He goes, fuck it, all right. Then again, I also can't blame the US for our heavy-handed response. Like, Cuba just got fucked. is all I'm going to say there. Like, they got played in between two superpowers. There is no place for you to go but get crushed. I mean, am I wrong? If you take a skinny guy and, you know, he's aligned with you, say you and I are fighting, and he comes up and he is about to take a swing at me, of course I'm going to swing back on him, and then no one's going to blame you because you don't want to get in a fight. You don't want to cause something that's going to tumble out of the way to step in. So the little guy just got fucked.
I mean,
in
but
this
he
case,
had,
it was Cuba.
but really, Fidel didn't have no other choice when you had the United States tried to then had over 100 failed assassination attempts on your life.
That was after the missile crisis.
So what you thought Fidel was gonna be back cool with them? He didn't have no choice but to go that way. If you're gonna lean over here with this person, they was already trying to come in and get at him.
Like I said, after the missile crisis. Before the missile crisis, I don't think we paid too much attention. Because, so check it out. He took over. We were busy, God, what was that? The 50s and 60s, right? We were busy in Vietnam and Korea.
Now, I was looking at Rafael Burr said, and did anybody ask the question, what was Cuba protecting?
You mean why they had the nukes?
What was they protecting?
Yeah, you're going to have to go give us a little bit more of an elaboration there. Good morning, Deborah. Unfortunately, you got the wrong colors up for your hearts, but good morning.
Let me see. The irony, the color thing has reached a whole nother level. Ellis Island, Tracy Jones. What's up, Tracy Jones? Good morning, Deborah Loon in the building. You said, if I hold the paintbrush, that Patriot will look like my vision. That portrait will look like my vision.
I'm still trying to figure it out, but
but see, to me, it was like, I think United States was still mad they didn't get to take over Cuba. I think they still, because how many miles is it from Florida?
I don't know. It's short enough that you can ride over here in a improvised raft. That's about as much as I know. I mean, I'm so far away from any of the coast, especially coast with Cuba, like
because he just signed the law on Haitians now, didn't he? Trump. We finna be deport 90 miles. Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, there we go. Haiti. Actually, hasn't Haiti collapsed at least recently? It has no real government right now. I think that one's on the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah. They went over there. Listen, they done been, United States got their hand in there and everything. So I'm not going to say. So you do got to understand on some aspects, if these people coming over to your country and you seeing them, you thinking like, when you seeing Americans, they got money over there. So of course they're gonna want to come to America because they think this the land of milk and honey.
That's okay, Tracy. Yes, understood. America is a continent. You have two Americas, technically, North and South. However, because we are the United States of America and people who are constantly evolving language are constantly getting lazier, just calling the country itself America in this connotation makes sense. I mean, I'm not going to constantly say United States of America.
Oh, it says some Haitians think the U.S. took out their president a few years ago.
Not surprising.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't pull so many coups. That's what I'm saying. United States. Just think about.
Look, I come from a family that, let's just say that my dad and my uncles, while serving, saw a lot of sideways shit, right? I've gotten these horror stories my entire life. I do know that this country is definitely capable of evil, even today. I do know that this country is definitely capable of lying to us and the world today. Like, that is not a question in my mind whatsoever.
Let me see what Rafael Burr said. It says, for nobody are asking the questions about Cuba. From what I understand, that Cuba has a major, I'm thinking he's saying satellite system that the U.S. can't control. I could be wrong, but I heard that about 30 years ago.
Cuba hasn't launched any satellites or rockets into space. I don't think they even have a space program. So I don't think that's correct unless they took over the old Soviet grid, but the old Soviet grid would be controlled by the Russian Federation now. So I don't think Cuba has that. Now they might. No. That is Puerto Rico. That has that massive. It's not a satellite. It's like a telescope built into a caldera of a dead volcano. Unfortunately, it rotted away and broke. Damn, that thing could see forever too. We made so many scientific discoveries with that thing.
This said Clinton allegedly took millions from Haitians after the earthquake.
And then the Clinton Foundation, quote, flooded the country with money. No, it bought up all the private businesses.
Okay, Mr. K, with all the money Hillary stole and her brother got the gold mine, she should give all her money to the Haitians to rebuild their country.
Hey, I think I'm going to refrain from saying her name anymore just because bodies end up dropped.
I was just reading.
They criticize them too much.
Hey, listen, I was just reading this. I'm just reading it, but I am going. Let me see what Deborah. Speaking of satellites, why my phone GPS keep losing signal? I never had problems before. Last 3 signals lost. Thankfully, I didn't get. Hey, I don't know. Mr. Thomas said there was no proof of wrongdoing.
Proof of wrongdoing? Oh, with the Clinton Foundation? I mean,
thanks, Kevin. Like, I just look at it like this, man. What I this whole thing, and I do agree. You're not gonna make it right on how they grabbing the people. It's just, to me, I ain't saying it could have been done better. I mean, we always say,
no, I'll sit here and say it could have been done better. It still can be done better.
Yeah, but me just knowing how this system is ran here, it'll never be better. Because and I agree. Every time the courts rule, the judges don't rule right all the time. They let a lot of BS stuff go down.
What really pisses me off about judges when it comes to federal cases, right? Not cases on people, though I have seen some fucked up cases on people, and we can get into that here in a little while. But when it comes to judges, if it's a Republican judge, they will side with the Republican view. If it's a Democrat judge, they will side with the Democrat view, which is why you don't see a lot of these judges in, say, Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, Texas, even entertaining these motions to stop, say, ICE or the Trump administration from doing X, Y, or Z. But you see judges from Colorado, Oregon, Washington, New York. It's always the same judges making the same rulings, right or wrong, but they're letting their political bias run them. And once again, I've seen Republican judges make fucked up calls that shouldn't have been made just because of political bias here, right? Like, I'm not taking one side or another on that. It is fucking irritating. Because judges are supposed to be impartial, right?
But we know they not. All you gotta do is just go back, watch the movie. Go watch the movie. The Tulsa King was Sylvester Stallone playing Freddie Mondani. If you go,
is it a movie or is it a show?
It's a series. It's a series.
Yeah. I've seen parts of it.
No, if you go see that, you see what a one dude call his favor and he a billionaire. Remember how we was talking about China owning farmland? See, in this, China owned farmland in Oklahoma, and they is growing weed on it because that's what the first season was about, them growing weed.
So and at that time, it was illegal, and then they used their money and political clout via the money to make it legal.
Right, you saw it was a senator. You saw the one guy that had the money when he had a U.S. attorney, and they locked up. They was trying to grab Freddie in the series, and then when he lost,
I keep on catching it via YouTube Shorts.
Yeah. So when
I get what you're talking about.
Yeah. So when he lost, he was like, my man that was in on it, the billionaire. He said, "I made you." This what he talking about to a U.S. attorney. He said, "I made you. See if you get that help next year." I'm not saying it verbatim, but it was around that, like, motherfucker, I put the money up for you to make it. And to me, it's like, when you see that, no, this is reality, even though this is a series we watching, but that's real stuff that's going on. What's up, Linda Chilton? Thank you for tapping in.
Here's a piece of reality. This rich dude, millionaire, billionaire, one of the heirs, right, was recently charged with a crime in court, and the jury found him guilty. The judge, I don't know which side of the political spectrum he's on, I just remember vaguely reading this, but the judge vacated their verdict and proclaimed him not guilty. Like, why do we have a jury if the judge can just do that? Like, the judge has to agree with what the jury says now. Otherwise, you can just vacate what they say. Then why have a jury? Oh, because it's in the Constitution. Well, then why does the judge have the ability to vacate their findings, their ruling? I don't like that at all.
I mean, but that's what money and connections do. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a lot of times we ain't looking at it like that, but it'd be like when you got money, you can call some shots. And then especially if you coming from, as they call it, them blue bloods, you in trouble.
Oh, them old families with old
you in trouble. All the connections they got. You know how many senators, Congress people they done made, ambassadors, presidents. Like, man, you have people who be really tied in with money. You can get stuff done. Yeah, it's so hot. Facts. All right, Raphael, bro, you take it easy. Hey, man, drop your what's the name in the chat sometime, your link to your show.
Yeah, please. All right. So I just looked it up. A judge can vacate a jury verdict through a process called judgment notwithstanding the verdict, which is a rare legal action where the judge sets aside the jury's decision and enters a judgment for the opposing party. This typically happens if the judge finds there is insufficient evidence to support the verdict, the jury misapplied the law, or damages awarded were excessive or inadequate. Man, fuck that.
But we know that's BS. That's just like when you see with the courts in New York when they wanted to charge Trump at, because they know that was a more democratic or liberal court, right? If I'm saying it right.
Which one
is it which one is more democratic leaning? Is it the ninth? Because I know it's certain
the Ninth
one.
Circuit. Yeah.
Yeah. Some is more Democratic, and then you got the other ones that's Republican leaning.
And if you want me to give you, like, the only thing I know about the Ninth Circuit, the only time I pay attention to it is when it comes to gun laws. When it comes to like actual political stuff, I don't pay attention to it because it's just going to get fucking appealed and go up to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, which right now is more conservative.
It'll be more conservative probably for the next decade until one of the older judges kicks dead, and then it depends on who's president at the time.
Right? No, yeah, it depends on who president because they played Obama, and then but this is where I fall out with the Democrats. Y'all played Obama. And this was one of your Lindsey Graham was one of the main ones you shouldn't be picking on your way out. Who got to pick judges on their way out? Trump. Yeah, but see, that's what I be saying.
That's the games that Congress will play.
Yeah, no,
but it's wrong, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm saying it's wrong.
Yeah.
But Congress, whoever controls Congress, they want to make sure that their picks get in, right? So if it means, we can hold off and prevent this president from appointing. Or, this president's getting out. Well, he's on our side. Rush it.
Let me see. Democrats court in Minnesota had a judge to overturn the jury decision. The Somalian stole $7.2 million in Medicaid fraud.
Yeah, that's the one I read about. Thank you.
Yeah, Sheila. Unfortunately, we have a conservative Supreme Court. Facts, we do.
I don't find that to be very unfortunate a lot of times, but that's just my political bias.
Right, you're right.
Like, I have no problem saying, like, I have a bias here.
It's like going to court in Chicago. Same thing, judges, our court found for. I mean, listen, to me, it's just my humble opinion. I could be right, I could be wrong. I don't like neither one, to be honest, when you go into the courtroom, because it's like they say justice is blind. She be peeping when she sees somebody like me coming up in there. And that's a fact. That ain't no playing around. I done seen I just here. I done just seen here. Just think about and also got if you in the right system. I never seen so many PPOs get put out. But you gotta be in the clique. You got to be in the clique. I done seen people go get PPOs. I done seen people get docs and it don't work. That's why to me, when they be saying, oh, everything ain't the whole America system is political. To the courts, to wherever you want to go is political.
I mean, so when I was growing up, number one, pretty much only white dude in the area. So even though the Berry Hills had a name in the area, thanks to Uncle Phil and Aunt Holly doing a lot of work around the area, it was still, you show up and a cop calls you over. Hey, white boy. Okay, whatever. Fuck, everyone calls me that. It might as well be my fucking nickname at this point. But I made sure never to get in front of a judge. Nope. If it involved running, I ran. If it involved just a quick pleading guilty, I did. Because if I wasted that judge's time, if I made them go through everything, then I knew I was going to get a lot harder shit. So, yeah.
Thank you, Kenan, for straightening that out.
I went straight up just guilty. I think I pled guilty to when I was 18. Me and some friends were drinking. One of them was 17. And I got contributing to delinquency of minors, which is a misdemeanor. Instead of going in front of that judge, I was just like talking to the cops. I'm like, hey, how do I submit a guilty plea without going in front of the judge? He's like, oh, you do it like this. I'm like, cool. And I fucking hit that thing pretty quick.
Let me say this stuff. Yeah, common sense. Let me explain to the people again. Family, what it is that StreamYard added this new feature called Mars. So what it do, it let us stream straight to YouTube. So if you on your phone, you just got to check your settings. If you on your phone, you will see my picture at the top, Trevor's at the bottom. If you're on your laptop or TV, you'll see it side by side. So what it is letting you we able to go straight to YouTube without using a third party server with us having two streams going right now.
Yeah, it pulls in some more people. Oh yeah, go ahead and call him.
Yes, it says Stanley with the $5 super chat. Mrs. Jackson, our help. Go to her GoFundMe. That's what Stanley with $5 super chat.
Yeah.
I'm guessing need our help.
But with the chat thing.
Oh,
so, yeah, we got two different chats and so it is pulling in more people, which we want. We always want to grow. But it's also pulling in some weird people. Like yesterday with that one guy, first thing that Mickey gave that 84,000 second time out.
80, yeah. But what that is, that's if you go straight to YouTube. See, that's what I would be doing. When you go straight to YouTube, you're gonna get that, but you got to be able to handle it. Oh. Some of the people, if you can handle it, they're subscribed and like what you're doing. They'd be like, oh, he don't be tripping. Let me see. New one, thank you for tapping in. Let me see Lovely Lynch. What's even crazy is First Ward Flint Councilman is protected by white liberal women.
So common sense in your chat bar, you have to select all comments for it to show all comments from your chat. In other words, looks like you're not doing the phone chat. Because right now it shows top comments. I don't know how the fuck it decides what a top comment is.
Yeah.
It does its own fucking thing like that. And then the other part is some comments won't show to you because there's technically two different chats.
Yeah. We just get to see it because we are part of the control board.
Yeah, the control center. We see that everything.
Yeah, see, because they let us know which one. If you're on your phone, like I see new one on their phone. Heat Street Music is on their phone. So you just gotta pick. You gotta pick when you come on if you want to do cell phone or TV.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, back to it. Like I said, I mean, that's why I say they pick and choose. That's why I want to try to get people to understand is that we dealing off for morals. These people are not. They don't have no morality because they letting you know they doing it for the money. And I mean that's going up. High places. To me, and I tell people, go read Jordan Sheraton book. All you gotta do is go back and watch when he came on.
No, Sheila, we can't.
Oh, you if you send it side by side, Sheila, you on your laptop or TV.
Yeah, can we see? Yes, we can see. I thought you asked if we can switch. What happened with the Davina lawsuit, Mr. Stanley? That is a good question, Mr. Stanley, if you wouldn't mind answering. We were all pretty hyped up about that.
Oh, common sense. I didn't understand that one. I mean, like I never heard that one. That Trevor brought that one up. I don't know. Like I said, new one, bringing truth. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Oh, if you coming from your phone, you only see the ones, but you have to put it on. You can switch it, but I think you need to do it before the show come on.
Well, according to Google, I was wrong, but I do remember the head of the Tucson Border Patrol region saying it when I was younger. I guess he was proven wrong, and I just held on to a wrong fact all these years. So I will go ahead and concede that to you. Just to point it out again, common sense, saying none of the 9/11 guys came over the southern border.
Yeah, I never heard that neither.
Yeah, I just remember.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Well, okay, that's not surprising. Just like plop, PLOP is not allowed.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's some guys on a podcast made it into a fake derogatory term for their chat, just bullshitting, and everyone takes it as a joke. But YouTube is like, oh, they're calling people that. It must be bad. So yeah, you can't do that with a super chat.
Oh wow. And you see, Stanley Wood said it is going to go ahead. I've got no positive update. Oh, I could have told you that, Stanley. She wasn't going to give you no positive update.
No, I see what he means. So I'm still on a lawsuit against Flint, right?
Yeah.
You know how long it's been since I've heard any update? Let me just go into my email here, and I can give you the time frame. Make sure I'm in the proper email.
My bad, common sense.
Mr. Dean Greenblatt.
I seen your comment. That's why I didn't ever comment on it. When he said it, I never paid no attention to it because I didn't hear that. But that's my bad.
Okay. So I did receive something from him that I didn't see as of November 6th, but before that, it was September of 24 was the last time I heard anything. So I'm actually going to go ahead and read through Mayor Neely's deposition while we're bullshitting here.
Shit.
What? I don't think there's going to be anything world-shattering, but it's
yeah. I'm just laughing that he did a deposition.
Yeah, we forced him. They wanted to depose me, but I'm down here. And then we told them, well, if you want to depose me, we can do it via Zoom.
They didn't want to.
Fine by me. They still insisted I be there, so my lawyer said, then you're paying for flight, first class. Which
Facts.
I didn't care. I was like, oh, I'll fly coach. I've always flown coach. But okay, cool. I'll take it. And they'd also have to pay for my hotel while I'm there.
Hey, now why not take it?
Yeah, I was like, okay, you know what? That's cool, but I'm not paying out of pocket is basically the only way I was going with it. They could put me in a Motel 6 and I'd give a goddamn.
Yeah, nah. Your lawyer had the right idea. First class.
Dean is awesome. I like Dean Greenblatt. Also like Mr. Johnson, Mr. Lambert.
He said, do Flint have a new council president? No.
Negatory.
No, they don't have a new council president. I don't think they're going to get one no time soon. I think they're trying to ride this out, allegedly.
All right. I would like to establish.
I think they're going to try to ride this out, allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Literally, what downside is there for Liddell, Candace, Judy, Leon, or Johnson?
I mean, but If they went by the charter,
Once again, we got to remember what the Ethics and Accountability Board said. What did she say? The charter doesn't matter.
oh yeah, she's not on there no more.
Doesn't matter. She set a precedent.
Yeah, she said, but you know they don't care.
Yep.
You know they don't care. That's why I just look at it like, hey, listen, they'll tell you straight up that your look, they just it just blows my mind, like some of this stuff with Davina. No, they don't care about the charter. You seen when you had an ENA board member, but she's not an ENA board member no more. But they don't care about the charter. They've been breaking the charter probably for just as long as the charter's been written. It depends on who it is in power. They pick and choose with this charter. I mean, I just think maybe we weren't paying attention until this administration got in to see how bold a mayor could be. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Flint was ever in a crisis like this before then. Because, I mean, some of the stuff, I don't know. Like
a crisis like this? No. Not
no, because I'm being honest, Trevor. I seen when other people go to jail for some of the stuff that these people is doing. Mm-hmm. They not going to jail down here, but I do when I was watching.
They're not even getting looked at by the cops.
Yeah, and when I was looking at Charlie LaDuff show when he was breaking it down, like what they going through, I'm like, but they people down there, even when he showed it that the state of Michigan voter roll not even updated. And it's like, if you got that type of help from up top, I understand why this mayor doing what he doing. I can see why he getting away. I can see why Liddell feel and the rest of they crew feel what they doing is no wrong. You know, all they got to do with, do you see any of them pressing about the water issue?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that's rolling with him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They didn't even want to do a study. I think they're going to hold that study up, in my humble opinion. Yeah. I think they're going to hold that study up until they can get some people who they know can be bought off, allegedly. Let me just say that so I won't get in trouble.
I mean, so the way I have to look at them, and this isn't really anything negative, right? This is just how things are. The same way that a cop does, or the same way a lawyer does. Never ask a question that you don't know the answer to. So the city of Flint, or in this case, the council, doesn't know the answer to, is the water safe? Is the water good? Right?
Bullshit, but go ahead.
They're going to say they don't know the answer. So then they don't want to ask because the answer could kill them politically. I'm not saying...
I get what you're saying.
Not trying to get in no trouble here. You know what I mean? So, you know, just like a cop, if you ever sat down in an interview room, if they ask you a question, they already know the answer. They just want you to say it aloud so they can get it on record, which is number one, why you never talk to cops. Always invoke your Fifth Amendment right.
Yeah, but that's the point that I'm saying. Exactly when you just said it. That's how can I put it in not, let me watch my words a little closely.
Yeah, playing with the political field right now.
Yeah, I'm
dangerous. We're walking in the field.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's just, to me. Hey, facts, Stanley Wood Candace said, and I quote, "I would not drink the water without a filter." And the reason I'm telling you this, Trevor, you can smell that water smelling bad. Mm-hmm. I can go over to listen, man.
Yeah.
And I said
right now, I'll send you over there and you can smell her water because that's the 6th ward.
And my homie is in the 5th ward.
Mm-hmm. And then we know people in chat from 1st, 2nd, and 3rd wards.
Right. That water,
ward, your fellow 7th wardian.
And that water
from all over the city saying the water's fucked.
The water stank. And then on top of that, how many times have you heard me say, go. Yeah, facts, Tracy. Go Go do what how many times I said, go fill up y'all some gallon jug waters and take it to the council and tell them to drink it. Take it to the mayor office. Take it to Clyde them when they coming up saying that this water is good since they don't want to test it. But I get it because a lot of people, see what I'm saying? New one turned on my water this morning. It smelled like bleach, no water.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to, that's the point that I'm,
make it safe. But I'm sorry, if you're putting bleach in your water at that level, the bleach itself is not safe.
And that's the point that I'm making. If that ain't the fight, but they know these people, listen, these people know, man, if they want to run for this position in Flint, that if you going to speak against that water, you might get in that seat, but it ain't going to be enough of y'all to challenge what I got going on. The ones who running this going to keep them 5 votes. At the end of the day, they're going to keep because they know eventually you're going to be able to buy a person off. All they got to do is be patient.
Mm-hmm.
All they got to do is be patient.
Flint is a very impoverished city. I mean, that's one of the reasons why it received $94 million in ARPA funds when other cities of comparative size received a fair amount less. When you take a look at it like that, not only will the opportunity eventually arise for you to buy someone off, but it's going to be cheap as hell.
Yeah. You can stay paid by saying that the water is good. You think they're going to get up on there? Because if they listen, this testing this water now, I'm trying to clean this stuff. Testing this water now, you know how much you going to open back up? Do you know what the mayor looking at? I believe the people who running this thing got more on the line. If they open this up and y'all was going around saying that the water was fixed, the water is this, and then it come find out, can you imagine it getting in the news, find out how high the cancer rates is, how many people dying from cancer? Man, we'd be right back in a crisis all over again.
Dude, so cancer is obviously near and dear to your heart, and I leave that to you because it is what it is. I'm still looking at other things. So loss of bone density from lead will cause major debilitations for the rest of your life. I'm also looking at organ failures, not from cancer, just from your organs saying, fuck it, we're done. And then other brain issues aside from the ADHD and autism, all the things like that. But just your brain giving out and putting you in a dementia state before you're 40. You know what I mean?
You see this right here? I'm finna put it up on the screen. Good. This from Charlotte Burr, the lovely Charlotte Burr. Good morning. I saw brown water, so it's not good. But see, they keep telling you it is.
No.
And Tracy Jones, I agree with you. How do you sleep at night comes to mind. Also, go to church on top of Sunday. Diabolical. Yeah, that's why I keep saying listen, if these people really believe in that when they get to the pearly gates and they got to go, they see Peter and St. Michael and all the good folks. They think they're going to really go around, be able to walk through the gates. Come on. It's just you. I go back and look what Andrew Jackson said. Go look at his quote before he dipped out. Mm-hmm. I ain't going to say it verbatim, but he said, if there's a God, I believe. Now, I might not be saying it verbatim, that it's a just God. We're going to get back what we gave out. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These people, like, okay, that's why they give you Jesus and keep taking everything else. I'm telling you, they make evil seeming fair right now. Dude, I'm just being honest.
They may say they're Christian or Muslim or hell. They even if they wanted to, they could say they're Hindu. I'm saying their God is green. Above anything else, their God is the almighty dollar.
We saying the same thing.
Like, I just don't want to mince words with it. Like, they say they're this way. I say, personally, that they worship the almighty dollar before anything else.
But see, Stanley, and that's what I'm scared about. They say let it run for a few minutes, then it's good. Yeah, okay, but that's an advantage to the city. More water usage equal more revenue. And that's my thing when they want to do these tests. What if they had the people already got the water running at their houses? How you gonna get a true, honest test when you already seeing? They can't say it's bad. Oh, they're gonna wait till a new governor gonna come on in? Like, come on, because then on that case, if the new governor come in, to me, all them that lied here should be brought into court. See, to me, I feel like the Congressional Black Caucus, but it had never happened. It said all the religions is looking like a joke. Denise Cousins said Napoleon Skolanek is law firm that just won for Flint water settlement to not let federal off hook. Call and start new suits if you're an adult now.
I don't know if I would be included in that because I moved away. Then again, what extra damage I've done with my body living in Flint just based off the water or the backwards shit I'd have to do to get around the water might include me. Who knows? That might be something to talk to an actual lawyer about, and not the lawyers that came and fucking raided the settlement before.
This whole thing is too much. That's what I'm saying. When you got, it just baffled me from when I seen people coming down there was asking to get help. And then when you start hearing about council people, how they got their houses done allegedly, and you didn't think about none of your residents. And then it goes back when Eric Mays was saying we should have gave each ward member $1 million. It's so much they could have did, but it would have been so easy. But not, would I trust Liddell with $1 million? Hell no. Because as you can see, and I understood it, why they didn't get it. But in the reality, each ward should have got $1 million, man, to help their wards. But would I trust them people that they got up there from the first, second, third, fourth? You know what I'm saying? No. But I trust the seventh? No. Because you can see, even with that was a BS deal. You're going to pick 8 houses out of 9 wards to get their stuff did? Come on, man. Come on. And that's a lottery? Come on.
I mean, and that's roofs and siding, but the pipes, which we've talked about, I showed my pipes. I broke one off of before I left. I broke one off the water heater before I left and took it in. The damn thing was, I want to say, good 50-60% full of corrosion from the water. And you can't just scrape that out. You can't just run that out. You have to replace the pipes of an entire home. And that's several $1,000s. Are they going to reimburse anyone for that? No.
But you must say ain't see that. You know, in the deal, that when doing the infrastructure, doing the plumbing in the house was not part of the deal when they did that deal. Oh, it was talked about. We played it last night on the Nightly Nip from Channel 12.
Oh, see, I thought that bracked out, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying we played it. We saw Melissa May. She popped up on there because they was interviewing her. And what is sad, and I'll say it again, everybody got help but the people that was really hurt the most.
But the lawyers, I want to say, did it smart in their own way. In other words, in a way that benefits them. So the way that made the absolute most money with the absolute least amount of fuss and least amount of time in court was to drag kids up there. They were trying to play the heartstrings. But when it came to people that had been living in Flint the entire time, they just got dropped off. Like if you were over 18, you weren't cared about in that courtroom. You know what I mean? Here he is. No, Flint swapped back to Detroit water, but the damage is already done to everyone's pipes.
Listen, the fix was in. The fix was in. To me, I think people that, and I'm gonna say this, all of them was in on it. I just think, and the only thing I can give the former mayor, Dr. Karen Weaver, is that We don't know because we didn't get to see her next term or what she would have got to did or how she would have did it. That's the one thing I can say. We don't know. But we know up under this current mayor, he hasn't done nothing. She left him with what, 95% of the work done on putting that little pipe in. High 90, but for that little.
I don't think she ever
piece.
gave a percentage, like, which is smart because there's always work that pops up later down the road. So she said it
was over 90% done.
Yeah, she said we are high 90s, and I believe I'm quoting her. High 90s. I don't have an exact number, but I know that we are over 90% of the way done.
Okay.
And then it took him from 2019 to, I believe, late last year to say
24. And the state had to come in and help him.
Yeah, but remember, the state was only there to fix the yards.
But they still had to come in.
Yeah, they should be in there doing the pipes. Honestly, they should call up the State National Guard. It's the engineering battalion.
Yeah, Army Corps of Engineers. Yep. That's what. But see, if Obama would have went ahead and did, and they weren't trying to help people out. But see, that's what happened at the top. And then leaving it on the state of Michigan to handle it. Like I said, he's been in there, 8 years, and he never once thought about it. They just now thinking about it.
Yeah. No,
7 years, because he came in 2019 and it was 2024. So how long?
That's 5 years.
5 years, and they still ain't got it done.
The Army Corps of Engineers, believe it or not, aren't just adept at blowing shit up. They are some of the greatest civil engineers on the planet.
Facts.
They can make a city from like your first board to your last electrical socket to the pipes in between in record time, and it'll last a lifetime. They should have been called in. I don't know what authority would do it. If you're doing the active duty component, then you would have to have presidential authority. And if you're doing the state guard, which I wholeheartedly trust, I served with the Michigan Army National Guard, and our engineering battalion was fucking amazing in my brigade.
Katie Saban, I'll say this. If she is working, she's a smart person. I'll say this. Still working, make money.
Yeah, don't just sit there with the millions that you've got. Fucking continue working and let those millions produce little baby millions. Let that interest secure before you touch it.
Yeah, I ain't mad. I ain't mad that she got her money. Go ahead. There's a bunch of other ones that got the money. I just felt like people should see who they are now. People should see who they are now. Like all this. And can you be mad? Because she went through and you know what I'm saying? If they benefited, it's just, this is what happened when you get people to go negotiate for you. Rule number 1, you negotiate for yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Honestly,
what I'm saying?
You should negotiate with yourself and your neighbors to negotiate on a negotiator that's actually going to work. Don't just go off of names or who sounds pretty or who looks pretty. Like, look who gets results.
Who said that, Tracy? She said, I heard someone say yesterday, if you can't control someone, you are dumb. Who said that? I know I didn't say nothing like that.
Did I say that?
I don't know. That's what I want to make sure. I pray I ain't said it. Let me see what Katie Saban says. Mays got in because a woman named Tammy introduced her to Andy Dillon to represent Flint. Wow.
Who's Andy Dillon?
I don't know.
The only Dillon I know is Dylan Luna. But
I couldn't tell you, Katie. I'm not gonna lie and say, was I down there? No, I was sitting on the sidelines. I wouldn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was coming down the council though. Me and my cousin would be coming down the council playing the background. If he in the chat, he can even tell you we was coming down there. But I didn't really, like I said, I didn't. And to be honest with you, I didn't understand how messed up it was. To be honest with you, I know I was going to get, because we had been quit drinking the Flint water. I was getting cases of water Oh, guest on Jesse on another platform, TikTok. Okay.
Oh, I was about to be like, I
I'm
don't
like,
think I've said this.
yeah, I
I
was
know I'm
going.
a fucked up person, but I don't think I'm
Yeah,
that fucked up.
I'm like, man, we got to go back and rewatch the show and see what was said. I was gonna tell you that, man. We got to go back and rewatch
No,
it.
I
I'm on
gotta.
there.
Well, today's my anniversary. But,
And I was saying if I thought that was what, but she said she cleared that up. I was gonna go back and
no,
watch that Joker.
I
Like,
have to go back and watch anyway. Probably start producing shorts again tonight. Which, by the way, what color would you like your captions to be in? Green.
yeah, represent money that I'm trying to get.
I'll give Winter's pink. I'll give me blue. I'll have to ask Yogi and Anna what colors they'd like, and Mr. Elliott what color he'd like. Everyone's gonna have a different color, so you can just mute it if you're trying to relax at home and not bother anyone and see who said what.
Yes, yeah, nah, for sure. Now, when you just look at it, it's just to me, man, this whole thing is upside down, man. But I pray that the next people that's coming in had a heart set on helping the residents and not helping themselves. I'm not saying don't get your money, but help your residents. You know what I'm saying? Mays did have an idea y'all should have went and did. I still believe this to this day. Even though the ambassador, the way the mayor was trying to represent it, the ward ambassadors, I think it could be implicated to where it could work. Just to be honest with you, I believe the ambassadors could work, but it would have to be, give them a different name. But I do think they need that because council.
Remember, Neely threw a fit when the same idea was proposed when he was in council. And honestly, I can't think of anyone that could be appointed that couldn't be bought or have connections.
Yeah.
And honestly, when you have someone like that, like they could just say, one was appointed to the 6th Ward when I still lived there. And they happen to be in Neely's camp. They could just ignore any of my complaints, knowing who I am and that I don't like Neely. Honestly, I don't like the other one either, but either way, and just ignore any of my complaints.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I get you, because it would be a good idea if you had people that would actually care. But we've seen the people that actually step up to leadership positions in Flint, and majority of the time, they don't give a fuck about the people they care about stepping up to the next position.
See, me, I would personally say because a council person is only one person. I mean,
I would like to get them a staff.
See, that's the reason I'm saying, because you had a staff. See, me personally, I would love to see, like, they got all these abandoned schools that's open in all these different wards, right? Turn them buildings into the
city would have to buy them from the school district. And, the school district, number one, they're afraid to sell these abandoned schools. Number two, the city would have to spend a fucking fortune renovating them to make them even habitable. Like, not live in, but just stay 8 hours there without catching lung mold of death.
Well, do this, because you already got like a Hasselbrink. You already got
yeah, they have several.
Like, you got different
schools. I had to throw that count.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I'm saying you got some of these buildings, and that would be me. Maybe the person like Miss Lewis, who was over there at the what was it, Hasselbrink? Am I saying it wrong? Is it new Eric Mays? I don't know what. Over in the 1st Ward. Like if you made them,
the Hasselbrink committee hasn't voted to change the name yet. So while City Council keeps on calling it the Mays Center, legally it's not the Mays Center because they're a committee or they're
okay. Well, I get what you're saying, Katie. I understand. But like I said, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, unless she used that as an advantage or something. That's what you're trying to say? Her being down there? Right, okay. T, you get what I'm saying. Outside of the schools, there's 1,000 abandoned buildings throughout the city. But see, if they had that and you had that as a ward headquarters, you can have where the council person, the ward, but I would rather the council person get to pick their ward ambassador where they working, but I would still have one of them buildings that would be the office for your council person and your ward ambassador. What's up, Lena? Where you can have, see, Deborah Luna, Sylvester Broom Center is
I haven't seen Lena this morning. Good morning.
What's up, Lena?
You're right. I'm just saying, set up phones with
Yeah.
answering machines,
Right.
one
No.
for every different ward, as well as an email service, as well as maybe if they're even good enough, set up a newsletter.
No, because facts for your ward, because you could get more stuff done like that. You could have had, and like I say, this could be a part of the council person team. So you can kind of take out what the mayor was doing for him trying to, but I get it, because sometimes a person would look, you gotta, you good, Lena. Sometimes a person will look as that's my competition, because you probably would if the ambassador is doing more of the stuff, what the people would be like. But you can have, you should be able to handle getting, you know what I'm saying, snow removal, summer
Snow
for the
removal.
grass being
You know
cut.
what
You know
screws
what
me?
I'm,
You know what screws me up?
talk to me.
All right, so on my block there was a chunk of sidewalk that I don't know if the freezes and whatnot fucking upheaved it, so it broke a slab of concrete sidewalk, and it was, I want to say, a 4-inch drop,
Fact.
jagged as hell. If I wanted to get that repaired, that would come out of my pocket, even though it's city property.
Mhm.
And since it was screwed up, they could have, if they wanted to be absolute assholes, fined me, even though it's their property that I have to pay to take care of. Excuse me? If it's city property, why doesn't the city have to pay to upkeep it?
But see, that's why if you had an award and these council people, if you really set your ward up like that, I mean, if I would have got a council person, that's how yes, it was easements I paid by homeowner. Okay.
Yeah, but it still belongs to the city. I don't like that. And then the next part of it was, so not only do I have to pay for it, but I also had to pay city income taxes. I'd never understood a city that had an income tax. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's multiple all over the country, but I've never lived in one. But now I'm paying out of my paycheck to the city for the city to constantly piss it away, and not even piss it away on things that benefit residents, such as taking care of city property in front of my fucking house.
But that goes back to the residents. They got to press. But if I was a council person, man, I would have tried to get me one of them offices. I wouldn't care about being downtown. I'll get me one of them buildings and make that my office and getting the stuff did right, because you could do more. See, like when you would think, because you could do so much, even with your ward. Like you could have in your ward, you can have neighborhood association, have presidents. So even for the wards who might don't, I mean, the neighborhoods who might in your ward who might don't have theirs, you should encourage them to come up with neighborhood associations, come up with a neighborhood president that could come back.
No, it's just so Lana here, St. Louis charges city income tax 1%, same as Flint, unless you are, what is it, not a resident of Flint but work in the city, then it's 0.5%. Either way, I mean,
but the money should be spent better, and it should be, you would think it would, Flint should be looking better with how much money that came through here. It shouldn't just be looking downtown is all right.
Looking at the city budget like we do every year, there's more than enough money to handle what needs to be done. Instead, they're constantly putting it into these pet project programs and these fucking parks, which I'll be 100% honest with you. Those parks are fucking underutilized. Kids barely fucking touch them. The only people that appreciate how nice and good looking those parks are people who go there after hours to do something illegal. I mean, hell, the one down the block from my house, you go there after sunset, you see people shooting up. Even though the cops are, shooing people out whenever they saw them there, how often can a cop be there, right? And you still see someone either shooting up or, doing other drugs. And mind you, I don't count weed as a drug. So why are they spending so much on these fucking parks when they have all these bandos around? Like, why do you have to wait for the land bank to demolish them? Hey, you, the city, you have a blight department. You guys just got a brand new fucking backhoe and bulldozer and dump trucks. Why don't you use those to demolish those instead of trying to give them to the land bank? Like, why are you making the residents wait so fucking long? Because the wait list for teardown from the land bank can go up to a fucking decade. So why should I have to live next to this rundown fucking house that's just breeding pests that are now spreading into my house because you guys are well, I don't want to say too fucking lazy, but the grift is on, right? You have to find a way to pass that buck somehow.
Nah, see, I'm looking at what my fellow 740 and Cook Park is being utilized by our kids throughout the summer, and that's the fact.
You know what?
It depends on your neighborhood. Like it depends on what area you know.
Okay, some of these parks then. And let me amend my statement and say some of these parks are underutilized because I know the one next to my house. The only thing that was anywhere near there for kids was a basketball court, and you'd maybe see 6 kids playing there every like 3 or 4 days. That was it. Oh yeah, Deborah. So God, what was his name? I had an NCO when I was in the Guard, and he helped tear down the Flint Armory. He was able to walk through walls because they're so rotted. Like he just walked through it. He said it was paper thin by the time that the Army National Guard got there.
Well, Miss Eartha Logan said, not true, Trevor. I personally had a tree that cracked up, heaved my sidewalk, called, and because it was city property, no cost out of pocket.
Yeah. When I called, they told me it'd come out of my pocket. It was my responsibility.
They knew who you was.
Oh, yeah. I had to introduce myself, and let's face it, 810's made enough of a problem for City of Flint for the past 3 years. Literally, we're coming up on our anniversary. Last 3 years.
Hey.
So, yeah. Anytime the name Berryhill came up, I'm pretty sure it was let's see if we can't fuck this guy over.
Yeah, because they did me the same. I guess when you're doing business, they're gonna make you pay. But this mayor here, but you know what? He got his team, man. But that's like with anybody. What's up, Cicero? When you take a shot at the king, he feel he the king. Hey, facts, Lana. He no different than Trump, in my humble opinion. You take a shot at him, he gonna go back at you. That's what I'm saying. He thought you had more people mad about Jed coming up here protesting on the water. They didn't care. They didn't care about him bringing like that the water back. They was mad that he embarrassed the mayor. These people ain't looking at it like, man, there's people dying here. This is like this is some of the insanity, man, that I see. And we wonder why we in the situation we in, man. It just bothers me that even with council people don't want to admit that the water is bad. Like, dude, we really in a bad situation up here.
Yeah, and it isn't just the water though. It is the living, like just overall living circumstances of the city, income, which, I'm not gonna lie, I happen to be pretty financially motivated on most things, and I think that the city of Flint actually having income for its residents rather than itself would be more beneficial than a lot of the stuff that they're currently doing. You know what I mean?
I look at it like this. I look at it like, you're right, Eartha. I look at it like this.
Shouldn't, but it does.
I look at it like this, to be honest with you. For the people who live here, that actually live here, that's on council, how can you go along with? I can understand Liddell, who really came from out of town, came back. I can understand her not caring. It's about a paycheck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could see the young lady that was here, Allie Hokenroder. I could see her. I can even see so far as Eva Worthy. I can see it so far some even with her. That they saying at the water, but I cannot understand how 3rd, 4th, 7th, Like, how can they even, you know what I'm saying, not like go along with the get along? I can't. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like, it blows my mind. But I get it because it's about, you know what I'm saying. They must be getting hella rewarded for playing the game. Like, it blew my mind to see, even with Clyde them not really want to do no testing of the water. It's like, damn. Do y'all see people are actually dying here? And it's like, for them, even the Flintstones, who, like, it blows my mind for them to say, and it's like, you see people coming on here, my water brown. It's like they want you to believe that these people lying.
Yeah. Don't trust your lying eyes and ears. And well, let's be honest, right? 90% of the time when you're making money one way or another, if it involves you being unscrupulous, we'll say, you don't care about the people it affects. You don't. Right? Like, oh, it may kill off a resident or two, but they'll have babies, and in the next few years, we'll have more people to collect taxes off of. We'll have more people to fine. We'll have more ways to make money, and if they don't pay their fines or those taxes, then we'll take their property and sell it. They really don't care about a body or 12 because they'll always figure that there's going to be a next generation or people trying to move in. I go to the Flint subreddit quite often. There are several people that, you know, hey, I'm moving to Flint. And do you know how often, mind you, these are Neely people that run that Reddit. How many people say, hey, don't move to Flint, move to one of the surrounding cities? You know, one of the most common questions is, how bad is the crime there?
I mean, with that, you know, they're always going to do that. That's why you got to, that's why
but the answers that they get are, it's bad. It, like, Flint really needs to start cleaning up its image if it wants to continue on. Because the way it's going now, I don't see it lasting more than a decade before it's a ghost town. Because there's no way, shape, or form that they can do anything with the city with its current image to move people in. Like, everyone says, oh, it's for the rich people. It's not for you. I don't see rich people wanting to move to a contaminated area with bad water and fucked up soil. The soil there, you can't dig down you have to dig down further than 4 inches to get past all the pollution from over 100 years of industrialization.
Well,
your water table is completely fucked up.
Well, I look at it like this, and they know it because they plan things ahead of schedule. Well, they plan for 20 years down the road. Now, they're going to build it up because you can see the new Flint is being built. Now, will it be some of the people that's been here? No. Those who stay will going to pay. You know what I'm saying? But it's just taking them a longer process when this thing, I think what messed it up is when they found out they had a crisis with this water. But I do believe they're going to get it right. I just think they don't get it right for the residents that's here.
I don't think so. So anyone that looks at the history of Flint, first thing they're going to see is the water. Okay. And that should be taken care of. We'll go ahead and just say that the propaganda machine gets that message out. Okay. So then your next issue, crime. Then the third issue for anyone that looks deeper, which usually if you're a rich person or trying to move in a large company into the city of Flint, into any city, you want to see the environmental impacts. Do I really want to run a company of any sort that is going to have sick employees because of the surrounding area, because of the dirt, the water? Hell, even your trees are toxic to an extent. Honestly, I couldn't insure it. I don't think any insurance company would insure your company, your business, with those going around. I mean, hell, it is damn near impossible to get business insurance in the city of Flint as it is right now. And if you do, then you're paying out the ear. I haven't heard of a single business in Flint that isn't paying a massive premium for business insurance. I mean, part of that is crime. Part of that is just the surrounding environment.
Yeah, but they gonna force the people out.
Oh yeah, force the people out. I don't think anyone's coming back in.
Nah, you can see them moving back in. Shit, they not building this for nothing.
So those apartments behind
they got a bunch of them they done built.
Yeah, but the ones I'm particularly thinking of, the ones behind the homeless shelter, how many of those units have been, or I guess they're townhouses, how many of those units have actually been occupied?
Behind what homeless shelter are you talking about?
The one on 5th.
I don't know if the people even in there yet. They still building on them. Now the ones coming up in right when you pass.
What about across?
No, the other ones, yeah, on University Drive.
Oh,
yeah, there's people in there. But what I did learn,
GHS across from Hurley, the ones that they just slapped up pretty quick.
Them people in there. But you know what they got on them now? Gates. Remember how you could walk through there?
Oh yeah.
You ain't walking through there like
the
that.
Other apartment complex that I remember being somewhat new was right next to my polling station on
open. People in there.
Yeah.
On Ballinger.
Is it full?
I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. I only go by the parking lot. The parking lot be full as far as their cars up in there.
$20 million sweetheart deal. Which part are we talking about there? $20 million insurance.
Ain't that
what? Concrete.
What's up, Concrete? Thanks for tapping in. I think that didn't Flint or somebody gave up $20 million to the lawsuit or something, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking.
Yeah, I know one of the hospitals only had to pay $5 million.
They said those moving back know the Image Flint plan is just like Project 2020. No, people are moving in. That's what I'm listening. Look, let me tell you something. I'll be in the hood when I be riding through. When I seen, and I'm not trying to be funny, when I seen white people walking with their dogs, some parts of the hood ain't all hood no more. When I seen them walking with their dogs, I'm like, listen, that wasn't like that when I was coming up. It's people are moving back in, believe that. Now, they might not be all the way deep south, but over there, 6th Ward by Northern, the old Northern, shit. I done seen them over there. 5th Ward, hell, I done seen some in the 3rd Ward. Oh, people moving back.
I still think the population's shrinking far faster than it's building up. I once again think that, I'll say it again, 10, 15 years from now, majority of Flint's going to be a ghost town, dude. And if you think otherwise, we'll see. I'm pretty sure I'll still be talking with you in 10, 15 years.
For sure. We'll be able to see.
I mean, that was one of the things I told the Republican Party when I ran in 22. I was fairly sure Flint would be a ghost town, and I wanted to find some way to put a stop to that.
Oh, see, my 7th Ward, I didn't know that. I did want to say, but I'm like, it's still, okay. Now, they didn't came in the States. She said every house occupied in the States has been bought by white people. Now, the States was all black when I was coming up, and that's on the south side, right next to the valley. I'm just being honest. It's coming back. You seeing more people. It's taking its time. It's taking its time. Have you seen? I'll give you an example. Correction. Imagine Flint. Trevor ran for Trevor ran for state rep.
Yep. State rep 2022 for the 70th district.
Yeah,
I got my ass handed to me by my fellow Republicans because I think I was being a little too friendly with people in Flint. I was told that Flint was a little too dark. I'm sitting here like, why are you gonna overlook from a voting perspective, the most populous place in the fucking district in the county, and B, why are you going to care about anything other than can these people vote and can we help them? That should be the only thing that you should think about running. But you know what? I was proven wrong. I lost the race, so I guess there's more to care about.
To a guy that didn't show up, huh?
To a guy who didn't show up. I mean, he was only going around the small portion of Grand Blanc. That, like, I was going door to door in Flint. I was going door to door in the 4th Ward, my own ward in 6th, 7th. I think I touched a lot of it into the 5th. And then I went down to the 8th. Spoke with a lot of nice folks. I had several interviews with you.
And he went to none of it.
He went to none of it. No one could find him.
I know.
Like, you guys were looking for him. I remember several other groups reached out to me, like, "Hey, yeah, we'd like to talk to you." I'm like, "Cool, yeah." And then afterwards, they're like, "Hey, do you know Tim Butler?" I'm like, "I've heard the name. I've never met the man. I don't know where you could find him."
That's what I'm saying. The fix is already be in until you can listen. This thing is cold blooded, but they already it's the deck is already set, in my humble opinion. But whoever can motivate the people that can get them to come out will win this. I believe whoever can motivate their side gonna pull it off. Because I mean, if not, the mayor gonna win again because he got control of that clerk office.
He's going to keep winning, not just because he's got control of the clerk office. That is a big part of it, but he's also got control of the media. He's got a pretty decent online presence.
Nice one. He got a decent online presence.
One thing that we all should have learned from the first Trump administration in 2016 is social media is not something to overlook anymore. Social media is a powerful political tool.
And they don't want to believe it.
A lot of the old heads definitely don't.
No, they don't want to
believe it. Any savvy political operator today knows that social media is worth more than the money you put into it.
Facts.
It'll give you more votes and more attention than anything else you could do.
Facts. And they hate it. Listen, whoever got you gonna need. Now, let me be honest. Don't nothing beat being on the ground, boots on the ground, going door to door.
Yeah, that is the other part.
But that social media is going to be another integral part.
Yeah, so social media is just to get your face and name out there, get people thinking about you. Going door to door actually gives people a little bit of that opportunity to see actually who you are or how good of a liar you are in today's politics. Let's be honest with that.
Because social media, it'll make let me see what Book of Revelation. Our communities that have united voters to gather signatures and initiate petitions have some protection from government corruption. Stealing properties people paid to undermine initiatory petition. Huh? If they start doing neighborhood association meetings online, they will get more participants. Facts. They don't see, but they don't understand that whoever got that social media savvy can pull it off. You can challenge the old guard, whether a person don't believe it or not. You just got to come with some new innovative thinking.
Yeah, your old heads, if they have a savvy chief of staff or campaign manager, whether the old head cares or not, that campaign manager is going to be putting them online left and right. Now, if they do it like old school 1970s political TV ads, they're not getting too far. If you have someone younger, say 45 or below, maybe even 50 in some cases and below, and who has a little bit of style and class and a little bit of imagination, your campaign will take off like a rocket.
It'll soar because if they got media savvy too, can you imagine your media team? You popping up. See me, I'll be popping up to these young people events. You know what I'm popping up to these businesses. But see, this stuff you supposed to be already doing, making yourself visible to the people. Because you got to remember, you don't just want the social media, because you can be a social media sensation. People on the outside going to love you.
Yeah.
But you're going to need to get the people that's in your city to see it.
So
that's them gonna be your voters.
There was something that Republican Party gave me, just, the Democrats do it to their side too, is it gives you names of registered voters for your party. And then, because they will oftentimes just skim your social media profile and also send out surveys, see how strong of a voter you are in terms of how often you actually go and vote, as well as how strong you align with political ideals, right?
Ground game, Christy.
So then what the next thing is if you have a staff, which I did, and I wish I did, if you have a staff, you build up a campaign page, and then you send invites to those people to follow you.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be thousands of people, and then you just start putting down ideas, start putting out posts. Or if you're a scumbag, you start pointing out the personal weaknesses of your opponent. Either way, that way you can be assured that your social media presence is having a directed impact instead of a national impact. Because if you're just running for a small, say state rep position or something like that, you want to make sure that majority of the people seeing your post are within the area that you're running for.
Yeah. I'm just looking at what Earth the Logo saying. The majority of neighborhood associations do have Zoom and in-house meetings. And Christy Coleman said, how did Mays win without social media? Nah, he was ground game. But see, Mays, he used everything.
And he was a known quantity in his work
and he had a
long time.
And he had a personality.
And don't forget, Mays was a union rep.
Yeah.
Back when, UAW and GM were huge in Flint. Yeah. Everyone knew the Mays name. Everyone.
And Mays took everything to his advantage. Mays Mays had his own podcast. This is before when people was really doing it, when he was showing up on Channel 17. Mays was coming down to council every time it was he'd be down there doing this speaking. I think Mays put it, but Mays was always part of I'm assuming, a part of all these different campaigns. From what I heard, he ran Ed Taylor campaign. He was his campaign manager. So you got to think, Mays knew the ground game, but I'm saying with that and social media can be dangerous for the next person coming in. I'm looking what Denise says. Katie said. The mayor is going to win again when the people at Catholic Outreach has the highest people registered to vote at that address.
Whoa, they're registered to vote at the Catholic Outreach? That sounds shady to me. Doesn't it have to be your home address? But yeah, so Mays is old guard, was old guard, but a lot of the people in his ward that were actually getting out and voting were also older folks.
You see,
the last of the greats of the olds.
Common sense said, did LaShawn have any of that?
She didn't need any of that. Yeah. She had one of these.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Well, no, she does have one of these. I can guarantee you. There's one of these in her house. Allegedly, this is what won it for her.
And she had connections with the clerk office. Allegedly.
Oh, yeah. So after he got in office, being Mr. Mays, that is, just his, I don't want to say his rhetoric, but his larger-than-life personality really carried him far and wide. And I think a lot of people were so interested in, A, Flint because of the water crisis, but B, because it showed that even smaller cities, smaller population centers can have troubles, and that there has to be a voice, no matter how small the city is, trying to speak out for the folks. And a lot of people resonated with that. Mr. Mays was absolutely amazing. Especially if you got to see him in person at council, there's a whole new charm to him when the camera wasn't pointed at him, or even if you just see him with your own eyes, because that man, he was wild, but in the best of ways.
Yeah, I'm looking at. Thanks, Christy Coleman. No, you just had to, if you kicked it with him outside, what I did like about him, like I said, when me and my cousins to be coming down to council, only one of them I seen actually used to come out and talk to the people in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, man, my cut would laugh. We're like, man, he ain't gonna let nobody come in here and get him. We're like, cause he'll come out if he seen you, he'll be like, he'll come out and talk to you. That's what, you know what I'm saying. With him, he was that type. When you could fall out with him, y'all might be into it for about a month or two. Y'all will be back cool. But I'm saying he will fight for you though. And then he would give you some classic matches. I used to love with him and Maurice. It ain't funny. But when him and Maurice,
it's definitely funny.
No, it ain't. When him and Maurice used to go at it, man, it would be like you would just. But once you see what you
two grumpy old men arguing with each other. I mean, it was a comedy classic.
No, because it was real stuff going on.
True. I'm talking about their personalities and not the subject. The subject is not funny.
Yeah, it was real stuff that they was fighting for, but it would be, you could see it was like, but he done fell out with everybody up on there. And you will see you see he done fell out with everybody. That's all I can tell you how he fell out with everybody. Mm-hmm. But it just,
when I first met him, he didn't like me at all. I was that white Republican. And eventually, after going outside and smoking with him often enough, he started calling me by my name at least, and we started having some good old jokes. He was a good guy. I really do miss him. I think if he lived a little bit longer, he could have been someone that I could call a friend. But right now, as it stands, I can only say that we were positive acquaintances. But he was a really awesome dude.
Oh yeah, no, he was. I could say that too because he was.
I think it took a lot more than just a couple conversations to be friends with
him. Yeah.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah. He gave you some classics. That's all
God. I remember when I brought the Hellion to city council, he sat there and goes, if anyone else had brought this, I'd be scared shitless. But I trust him right there. And then he comes and sits down next to me. He goes, that was a really smart political move you did. I'm sitting like, Maze just said I did something smart. I think that was the proudest I had been in years. He just goes, that was a good political move you did. Oh, shit. Maze likes something I did.
Yeah, he'll tell you so. He was. I'm laughing because I'm just thinking about some stuff that was said.
God, you get him away from that microphone, and
okay, it's just some of the stuff.
We would be demonetized in a heartbeat, and it wasn't that you're saying anything bad. It's just things that YouTube doesn't like.
Man, it was just some stuff that I seen, man. I'm crying right now because I was laughing. Because I remember, and I'm going to get off, I'm going to tell you all a story. I remember I was trying to get him to do a podcast. I was trying to do the interview with him, right? Mm-hmm. You remember this? Mm-hmm. Man, he cut me down. I don't do podcasts. I ain't say nothing. I was like, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? When he talked crazy to me, I was like, cool. But he didn't know that I was recording Shatara. I'm like, so when I was like, she was like, yeah, I got Maze. I said, he told me he don't do podcasts. We down at council. This just show you how long I was recording council. I'm like, he told me he don't do podcasts. And so when me and him seeing each other, when he was like, yeah, this and that, I just smiled. I said, oh, yeah, you coming on the podcast now, huh? And he had to do the podcast. I was like, boy, yeah.
I also remember the first show of him and Wintus. That
was tension.
You could have cut that air with a knife. By the end of it,
they was cool.
They were all smiles and happy, but at the beginning, you couldn't see him crack a smile. Like, even his eyes were stuck, stone staring at that camera. He wouldn't look at her. He wouldn't look at no one else. By the end, they were cracking jokes, but God, it was bad.
No, it was before it started because I really don't want to do this show. We were sitting up there. She was like, come on, man, we're going to do it. But this the stuff I will get when I'm getting ready to record. We really ain't got the best relationship. I was like, huh? When we're sitting up there, and I'm like, man, I know you just, that's how I will be getting it. I get it after when we finna do the show. You'll be finding out people really not cool. That's what I might do. I remember with some shows, people wasn't cool, but I would be the last person that would know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah,
and y'all
I got
just
this
don't
person
know.
coming on. You're like, oh, cool, okay, yeah.
Man, y'all
as soon, like 5 minutes before you hit that record, you hear, yeah, I really don't like you. And you're like, oh, shit, this is going to be that show.
You really, man, y'all just, if y'all only knew some of the shows I shot. When some of them shows, it was so much tension. I mean, it was some tension, but they turned out good shows. I'm just telling y'all.
Some of the
I had
shows
some
that didn't make it, the fallout from that still has us pounding aspirin.
Oh yeah, y'all don't know. There was some shows that I had to go ahead and delete them jokers before it even got started.
Entirely.
Yeah, where people went home and had to think about it, and we'd come back maybe 3 days later. Y'all just don't know.
Again, like you guys didn't do one before.
Yeah, y'all just don't know, man. Some of these shows been difficult. I used to be sitting up like, is this worth it?
There was a time where we didn't want to do anything but pre-records because some of the shit got said.
Yeah, oh man, y'all just don't know. I knew one day I was like, man, this ain't worth it. I remember I used to be calling my cousin up, dude. I think I'm quitting. I was like,
I think that was like a weekly thing when you and I started talking.
Yeah, I was like,
more often. You're like, man, I'm done.
I was out.
I heard that from you every week. I'm done.
I'm like, I'm out. Because some of them shows used to be diabolical to do. I'm telling you.
I picked up one of my own sayings from you, and it was, these are supposed to be grown-ass people. I don't know why they think I'm their father. I'm like, damn, it got that bad. It was that bad. Shit.
Yeah, that's when I would be heated. I remember them days. I used to be heated, man. I was like, man, they older than me. On some of it, I would be like, man, this is crazy. But I tell you,
where you're like, man, they didn't show up again today, and they didn't call me until 10 minutes after we were supposed to start. I only have so many reruns to run.
Oh man. Hey, Alan, yeah, but I tell you this, I didn't have all this great when I started. Mm-hmm. This what these politics would do to you.
I started to run for office. That was my introduction to politics. I walked into a war zone. I didn't know what was going on.
Like, me neither. I'm gonna tell y'all before we get off. Me neither. I didn't know. I set myself up. I'm up here laughing. I done seen some of the best crash outs before the show. Some of the best crash outs after the show. I done seen so many crash outs. I was like, but hey, you know, I was like, we did it. That's how I used to be like, we got through it.
We got through it.
Yeah.
The studio's in one piece, my camera's in one piece, my computer's in one piece. It was a good day.
Man, it used to be some beefing, man. It used to be some, like I tell you, I never thought I'd see some of the craziest stuff. It was some fun. It was some BS, but through the BS, man, I done got some stories. I got some stories, man, on some of the BS. I mean, you know what? If I did do a movie, man, it would be a comedy. Even though it'll be a comedy, man. Hey, man, I gotta get off, Trevor, man. I'm finna end the family. I'll see y'all later on. I know me and Brother Elliot posted this Tuesday. We supposed to be back on at 5. I'm gonna call y'all.
We might have a evening show tonight, yeah?
We might, yeah. I'm gonna probably come back on because I had some stuff I want to play. So I'll see y'all. I'll let y'all know about 5 after me and Brother Elliot come on. But if not, I'll be at home. I might come on and do some stuff for y'all later on tonight. So just be patient, family. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something.
Going to that straight to YouTube, you get some weirdos that come in like that.
Hey, dude, but you got it. That's how you gotta be.
I get it, but I mean, just be ready to hit that timeout.
No, I don't. Some of them, if they get too crazy, some of them just be going back and forth, man. They just be wanting to see what you can handle.
Yeah,
then
true.
They subscribe to the, when they be saying they can't, if you don't come on here calling me, you being real disrespectful with your words. Other than that, man, it is what it is. But family, we're gonna see y'all a little later on. Peace.